I mean, I think either Apple's got the most boring iPhone in store, or they've been able to keep this one really secretive and under lock and key. And so we're not hearing a ton about what this is going to be. But also, last year, big year for the redesign of the iPhone, new 5G features. Yes, what do we get this year? I think certainly we're going to get new camera features, lots of talk about video recording and the portrait mode and sort of superior video calling. And then there's obviously also talk about better processor and better screen. But really, we need to be thinking this is sort of the S cycle year, whether they call it the iPhone 12s or they call it the 13. Let's not get our hopes up for some crazy new magical iPhone.
We say that, and there's been this narrative out there, oh, Apple isn't innovating. They should be, I don't know, making echoes or whatnot. But we're kind of in a super cycle here, and Apple, with profit and with margins, is still ahead of the pack. So what are they doing right that we keep eagerly snapping up this thing that's apparently boring us?
It's not, I mean, look, it's not boring us. We need new smartphones, right? And so we upgrade our smartphone, and Apple pushes that upgrade cycle, and the carriers push that upgrade cycle. The carriers especially push the upgrade cycle right now with 5G. So we've also seen we're coming out of this period of the carriers pushing crazy incentives, crazy trade-in deals. Verizon had a crazy one over the summer, like $700 off of an iPhone. So yes, there is a lot of pressure to sort of upgrade your phone, and then you get a better phone. If you're getting a phone every 3 years, or I mean, really 3 to 4 years now, you're getting a pretty substantial upgrade over those 3 years. It's just you can't look at last year's phone and think, oh, this is going to be, magical and fly off my table.
So, Joanna, we know phone is going to be center stage, and I know there are going to be other Apple events later in the year that are going to be talking about other things like the iPad. But I have to ask, whenever you have an Apple event, is there going to be a one more thing? Are there going to be any surprises here? Could we take the California streaming as maybe a hint that there could be something about Apple TV Plus?
I know. I'm so confused about this California streaming. It just seems like really not like the Apple invite way. And for people that don't know, that the invite said California streaming. Usually it's a little bit more opaque and you're sort of reading into this. And this is just like, should we sing a song? I'm not really sure. I think the one more thing here this year is that this is really, I think, a big event for the Apple Watch. I think now what we're seeing is sort of a TikTok cycle. One big year for the iPhone, one big year for the Apple Watch, and now sort of they're going in this cyclical pattern. And I think this year we're going to see a redesign to the Apple Watch. That's what a lot of the rumors are saying and the reports are saying. So I think that might be part of the one more thing. I think we're going to see AirPods. That could be another small little thing. I don't know. I don't think we're seeing glasses or some other sort of new product here.
Joanna, really quick, the discussion continues about their engineering chief going to Ford. Some of your colleagues on the street arguing it might be the biggest setback for any hopes that they eventually develop an Apple car. And some are even writing obituaries on that prospect. Are you as dour on that front?
I don't know. I feel like earlier this week it was that the Apple car is coming in 2024. So every day I wake up and is there going to be an Apple car today? Is there an Apple car tomorrow? I don't know. It seems like Apple is certainly invested in the automotive space. Whether the moves in the actual engineers and the executives mean much, I don't know.
Yeah. On a separate note, you and your colleagues at the Journal have a remarkable piece out today about TikTok, in which I'll let you describe it, but essentially the Journal set up a bunch of bots and then watched to see what kind of content TikTok gave those bots in return, and it's not pretty.
It is not pretty, but thank you, Carl, for bringing this up. We just published this story this morning. We did set up all of these automated accounts. We set up around 30 automated accounts that had the age of 13 or under. And what we saw is that TikTok does not discriminate in terms of the content it shows younger users or older users. So the younger users were still getting content around drugs, alcohol, sex, eating disorders, and not just some of that content. If our bots or our accounts watched for longer, they saw much more of this, where feeds were dominated by this type of content. TikTok says that some of these videos have been pulled down, and that also it is working on a tool to, or some tools that would help with delineating between adult accounts and child accounts or minor accounts.